G'day mates, you're lost here and welcome back to Asagao Academy. Last time we left off, we were on a sneaking mission, a couple of them, and we were caught, both times. And we saw an angry Satch. It was not very pleasant, but then he became happy again and we had a moment. And we just got a test back, we got 64%, lane leaders are after us, and let's get moving forward to catch up. Mai and I arrived at the lunch table, me nursing a double scoop of vanilla ice cream. That's not a good lunch. Just as we settled in, Gerard stood and held up his test for a table to see.
Aw, yeah.
I did not fail you, boys. And ladies,
Boom, baby.
another flat 100, sold and sealed. What is that, 70 tests in a row? Don't you ever get tired? Does passion ever die? Will flames cease to burn if there is ever fuel? So long as I am trapped within the confines of schooling and there are tests to finish, I will complete them. A smattering of polite applause met this speech. That is a great speech. Well, it wasn't like it was a particularly hard test this time around. It's good that Asagao basically only puts effort into the midterms and finals, way easier to coast. Although if I become president... Wait, aren't you already president? I solemnly vow to change that. Why would you do that? Oh, God. Did you get another terrible score, PBG? No. Yes. There's no helping you. What? That's cruel, Gerard.
Well...
I've offered it to you before, you know. You never accept it. I have way better things to do than school. This'll hardly matter once I graduate anyways. Education's important. You should strive to learn whether you're in school or not. I will. I'll just learn practical skills I can apply to a future career, like video editing or voice acting. What kind of career are you planning to have? Professional soccer player? Hana, you got a 60-something, didn't you? I guess even the good ones have to fail at some point. My! I flushed and I looked at my hands. A whole 60? You still did better than me. That's hardly a relief. Is that because you fall asleep in class? I felt Satch's gaze hot on my face and avoid eye contact with him at all cost. Still, his disapproval lay over me like sauce on spaghetti. And I know some people that disapprove of tomato sauce on the spaghetti. You both are welcome to ask for my help if you ever need it. Yes, Satch.
Yeah.
We'd love for you to tutor us if you could. Yeah, try even. We love learning.
Right on.
I don't know if PBG loves the learning in that fashion. That works out perfectly for me. Tonight at 7, I'll see you in my room. Right on time, sir. Angry Satch was scary. Yes, he does look angry. I show up at Satch's room at 7 o'clock, right on time. PBG was nowhere in sight. I knocked lightly on the door. It swung open immediately.
Hana.
Hana, good to see you. Please, come in. I'm sorry to say that PBG won't be joining us. He had other commitments. Jared's out too. Not quite sure what he's up to though. Maybe practicing for his fashion show? Oh. I shuffle into his room, taking my shoes off by the door. I guess it's just us then. Yeah, I guess so. ... What was this tension? Anyway, we've got lots to cover, so let's get started. He pulled out Jared's desk chair and sat it next to his own, patting the seat. After you. Thank you. I sat in the chair and pulled out my notebooks and pencils. Once arranged nicely and ready to take notes, I turned attentively to Satch. He cleared his throat. What was the war fought for independence of America called? Were we starting already? I didn't know anything about American history. Okay. I feel like we should be answering these questions as correctly as possible. And I would love to say screw the Brits. That is fucking hilarious. But I feel like we're being judged if we pick that. So let's go to the American Revolutionary War. Standard answer. Good job. In an MMORPG, what is the role of the DPS? DPS? I've heard that phrase used in class, but it's never explained to me. Alright. Well, that was a weird jump. Well, that is their job. This is what it stands for. That is hilarious. And that is what happens if you do wrong. We're gonna go with what it stands for. A textbook answer. Good job. Okay, last question. If someone asks whether you are a Russian Saram, your response should be... Russian Saram? Was that Korean? I think I have heard of Sarams in something about Korea. Okay. No, I am not a prostitute, is probably a good answer. Yes, I am Russian, but no, I am not a prostitute. Might also be correct in this case. I don't know. Mine looks very white here. I don't understand, sorry, is probably not the best answer, and that'll cost you. Alright. I think we're gonna go with... Yes, I am Russian, but no, I am not a prostitute. You're Russian? Sounds like you could use some relaxation. The questioning went on like this for a while. His questions were hard, but they seemed to be about foundational things I was never taught at my public school, but was already expected to know here at Asagao. They explained why Miss Shizuka's lectures were sometimes so hard to follow. I need this foundational knowledge. Huh. It's almost like someone is making private schools a stronger learning experience than public schools. What does that sound like to me? Okay, whatever. By the end of things, even though I was tired, core concepts were starting to line up in my mind. Okay, let's take a break. A break! Thank goodness! My head hurt. I rubbed my temples, trying not to let my stress creep up on me. If you're ready, it's time to get to the actual lesson. Oh, no. Actual lesson? What's that? Just a warm-up, yep. In retrospect, I probably should have just said, no, I am not a prostitute. As I gaped at him, he bent down and picked something up from a compartment near his desk. It was a little red baggie, and he unwrapped it to reveal a strawberry cheesecake popsicle. Now, if you get these right, you get to have a snack. I gaped at him, my mouth watering. I love those. You know, that does sound awesome. You can have it if you can get these right. Yay! This is great. Yeah. We studied for a while. Satch quizzes me on various subjects, but... explain to me to follow the Tokugawa shogunate in 3 sentences or less. ... That was something they haven't even taught us yet. Huh? Well, no, that's not quite... Okay, what's the third law of thermodynamics and what famous short story is it present in? What in the hell? I'm assuming it has something to do with Humpty Dumpty. Satch chuckled. Entropy? No? No. Okay, what is the chemical composition of granite? Satch, these questions are way harder than anything we've ever learned. Of course they are. If you don't study above your level, how will it ever get easier for you? That's not fair. I have to repeat this. That's a great laugh, too. Satch laughed and it only made me even angrier. What? Stop laughing, I'm really frustrated. No, that's what I'm laughing at. It's really cute. He handed the popsicle to me.
Right on.
Here, you've been working hard, so you deserve it. You just gave this to me because I was cute, didn't you?
What?
What? No, no. You definitely deserve it for your hard work. You're a terrible liar. I try not to. He bent down to that desk compartment and pulled out another frozen treat, a vanilla cone covered with chocolates and nuts. I'll eat with you. He got out of his desk and stretched, and I did the same. Instead, we moved to the couch where I collapsed into it with a small sigh. So, Satch, how's your VR machine going? Oh, that. It's going okay. I wish I had more time to work on it. I feel like I'm so close to some kind of major breakthrough, but with things, I've been distracted. Things? Did he mean me and my searching on the grounds, the books, how hard his job had gotten, helping me study? As I went over to possible causes, I realized just how much Satch had to deal with because of me, and how much he was helping me. And I thought I was supposed to be helping him. Hey, don't make that face, it's not your fault. Dot dot dot. Well, I think Hana certainly feels like it's her fault. So, why are you making it? Is it your dream? Well, I guess because I was curious. I had some ideas I wanted to try out. It's related to my dream. I want to be able to make a living being creative. I'd like to explore how creativity works, the construction of ideas and mechanics, how they all work together for the human brain to create something new. Oh.
Yeah.
But for right now, yes, finishing this machine is my dream. What's yours then? I bit my lip. It wasn't something I liked to talk about, but for some reason, I wanted to tell Satch. Maybe it was because I felt he was sincerely interested, or because he wouldn't judge me, but I could trust him, definitely. I was bullied a lot in my old school by my former best friend and my friends. They would do horrible things, and eventually they did something so bad that it crossed the line. I put my hand to my hair, somewhat self-conscious, and fingered the bow my father had given me. I left home to come to Asagao rather than go to Amarurisu again. My dad is working himself to the bone just to let me stay here because my mom is no longer with us. For a long time, my dream was just to have friends. It sounds so sad, pathetic almost. I know how you feel, Hana.
Hey.
You know, that dream's already come true. You have friends. I gave him a look. I'm serious. Look around you. Norwood's Club, even if they've been mixed up, are your friends, and even if you can't count them, you've got me and mine now. We're your friends. We've got your back. Looks like you'll have to find something else to dream about now. I stared at him and suddenly...
Oh.
Why are you crying? Did I say something wrong? No, I'm just... You're right, and... I'm happy. Slow smile spread across Satch's face and he put an arm around me. I leaned my head into his shoulder and cried. Just cried. You guys are my friends. How did I get so lucky? It's because of who you are as a person, Hana. That wasn't by random chance. That's not how people work. If you think we're something special, you must be too. Satch patted the top of my head. There, Hana. You're okay. You're alright now. That was definitely a trying moment. Oh, we're in chapter 4 already. Dang. I didn't have that long ago, it seems. Oh well, let's continue. I returned to my room that evening, awash in a happy peacefulness I hadn't felt in years. For the first time, I felt like I belonged somewhere with people I could trust. For the first time, I had a sense of freedom. From here, I could be anything I wanted to be. I just had to discover my dream. How to do that? I pushed open the door, expecting to find Mai waiting to pour questions down my throat, but to my surprise, the room was empty. Book sat open on her desk and pencils next to it. She must have gone to the bathroom or something. I glanced over the book on her desk, unable to hide my curiosity about what she was doing. My heart stopped. This book. I lifted one of the covers to peer at the spine. A History of Seduction. Wow. This is one of the books that went missing at the library. What was Mai doing with it? That didn't make any sense. Someone must have brought it over and left it there. Wait, what? There was no way Mai would...
Hana!
Hana, you're back! Ah! I jumped nearly a foot into the air, suddenly eyed the eye of Mai. I crossed my backpack and opened it, packing my notes away as if nothing happened.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you okay? I nodded, my face on fire. Don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. Damn, did you and Satch make out or something? My, of course not, we just studied well.
Really?
Really? Is that all? She gave me the stink eye, and I began to alphabetize my notes. Yep, totally. Ah, man. What's the point of living through you if you're not going to give me all the juicy details? Sorry to disappoint you, but I can't give details that don't exist. She crossed her arms grumpily. If you say so. As she turned away, her eyes fell across the book on her desk. She started, but smoothly crossed over to it, closed it, and put it in her desk drawer. Well, if you're not going to reveal your secrets, I'm going to bed. She sniffed haughtily. I should get ready too. I'll shower first. Ah, man. Quickly grabbed my shower things and towel, put on some flip-flops, and was out the door. Only then was I able to breathe normally. Dot. I should hurry or Mai will get even more suspicious. I mean, I have been sneaking out, what, 4 or 5 times now? Whatever. It didn't take long that night for Mai to fall asleep. As her snores filled the air, I quietly tiptoed out of bed and headed to her desk. She slept on the top bunk, facing outwards. If I made a noise, she'd definitely wake up and see me going through her stuff. This is a huge breach of her privacy. But then, does she really deserve to keep her privacy if she was stealing library books and putting Satch in danger? I hovered over her desk. Suddenly I couldn't remember which drawer she put that book in. The obvious clue was the locked drawer, but if she locked it, then when I tried to open it, she'd probably hear it. Where should I look? Okay, so we learned in one of the previous episodes that most of the drawers don't have enough room to put a book in. So rifle through the regular drawers is probably going to be fruitless. If we saw her put a book into a drawer, definitely, for certain, it probably would be the locked drawer. So we can rule out the locked drawer. Our only option left is to go poke through her backpack, so we're doing this. I bent to the side of her desk and unzipped her backpack. It was possible that after I left to go shower, she shoved the book in there, fully intending to take it back to the library the next day. If that was true, then there was nothing to worry about. Maya was definitely still a trustworthy person. I shoveled through the papers in her backpack. Even in the dim moonlight, I could make out clippings of Jared modeling various styles of swimsuits. If I thought he was pretty in real life, these were almost unbearable. In the back of her backpack was a thick pile of papers bound by a hard cover. I pulled it out and examined it. It wasn't the book I was looking for, or a library book for that matter. In fact, it looked like a handmade book? Was Mai writing something? Mai gave a loud snore and I jumped, nearly dropping what I was holding. Heart pounding, I quickly returned it to its proper place, set things back to about what I thought they were before I started messing around, and slowly crawled into bed. It didn't matter that she hadn't actually woken up, at least as far as I could tell. My heart pounded as though she came after me with a knife. A knife! Took me forever to fall asleep. The guilt I felt for snooping through my things made a terrible bedfellow. That morning, I got up nearly an hour before I usually did. I hardly got any sleep at night, so there was no point laying in bed staring at the ceiling. That was what I told myself as I quickly dressed, grabbed my bag, and ran outside. I told myself that, but I knew deep down it was a lie. I didn't want to talk to Mai. I didn't even want to look at her. I didn't know that I could, not without giving something away. I didn't know which was worse, that I broke her trust, or that now I knew she was probably guilty. With the stack of books in her locker and the one on her desk, what other conclusion was I supposed to come to? How could she do this to Satch after all he did for us? I walked around campus, kicking the early morning dew out of the grass. More importantly, what was I going to do about it? Should I tell Satch? Should I talk to Mai? Was it even any of my business anymore? I had kleptomania, an illness. I didn't know what that really meant or what she was struggling with. I could easily just decide she was a bad person, that she cared more about herself than about the fact that she was hurting Satch. But Mai had shown me over the past 2 months who she was as a person. I knew better than to assume she was doing this out of spite. I should give her the benefit of the doubt. At the very least, she deserved that from me.
Good morning.
Anna.
What's going on?
What are you doing here so early? I need to go buy some knitting needles, bye! I sprinted in the opposite direction, paying no heed to where I was going.
Hana.
Anna, wait. Satch's voice faded into the distance. I ran, and ran, and ran. By the time I stopped, I reached the field. I collapsed to the ground. I hate exercise. Damn Jared's good genes. I glanced up in the sky. The sun is peeking over the tops of the trees in the distance. There was no way I was getting to class on time after running all the way here to, not Zanzibar land. I'm gonna call it Hanabar land, I guess. Sighing, I made my way back to the school. There goes Hana Mizuno, smooth operator. That's why. Miss Shizuka's eye, bedraggled, stepped into the classroom. I hesitated in the doorway, waiting to be interrogated, but to my surprise, she just gave me a sad kind of smile and nodded at my seat. I quickly sat, marveling at the ease of which I escaped a burning at the stake. Something was definitely up with Miss Shizuka, but what? Thankfully, considering class was already in session, I narrowly avoided trouble. Mai didn't question me about my whereabouts. I was able to finish class without locking eyes with her a single time. At lunch, I headed straight to the library and began pulling out books. I wanted facts, straight up facts, about what kleptomania was and how it affected people. Internet access was severely restricted at Asagao, as if we all had parents who thought the internet was filled with pedophiles, catfishers, and porn, so books were my only means of figuring things out. As I sifted through the thick books on the table, a sick feeling hit my stomach. Impulse control disorder, often accompanying depression or obsessive compulsive disorder, a way of managing emotional stress or anxiety. Sufferers often do not wish to steal and will steal the same types of items repeatedly. Often items of little value to the owner, such as pens, paper clips, erasers. Sufferers should learn their triggers and how to avoid the stress and anxiety that provokes these impulses. Feel intense guilt and shame, are often unable to tell friends or family. Can have large periods of regression without theft. May give away stolen items to charity, friends, or family, or even return the items to their original place. Don't often use what they steal, as the thefts are not driven by necessity but by an emotional high. Feel as if they can't control their behavior, often having difficulty maintaining intimate relationships out of fear or shame. It didn't seem to be a disorder with much concrete information on it, as those with it often didn't tell their doctors they had it. I mean, why would you? As such, at least in the books I was reading, there was hardly anything about how to approach a loved one suffering from such a disorder. One thing stood out to me, though. Mai didn't necessarily want to be stealing things. She felt guilty. She felt ashamed. And thinking back to when she told me about her kleptomania, she was terrified. Absolutely terrified that I wouldn't accept her, that I would no longer want to be her friend, that I would vilify her. Yes, Satch was in trouble because of what Mai was doing, but that didn't make Mai a bad person. This is her fault, this is her responsibility, but someone could do bad things and still be a good person. And Mai... Feng Shui! Say Feng Shui! You call yourselves friends? I sound more like Hana, but good enough. I can't believe you! Any of you! I thought you were better than this!
You're my best friend, Hana.
I just want you to think this through. I don't like seeing people take advantage of my friends, people I care about. Well, it's okay. We're all cowards sometimes. Mai was not a bad person. I returned to class without having eaten and found a seaweed wrapped rice ball waiting for me. As I sat down, I looked around for who put it there. Mai grinned at me. Knowing what I did about her, how was I going to confront her? I didn't want to make her feel bad, but what she was doing wasn't right. Could I just go up to her and accuse her, or... Miss Shizuka came into the room, practically floating off her feet. Class, sometimes miracles do happen. Sometimes you find what you want in exactly the right place you least expected at the time you finally decide to stop looking. Looks are important, but personality is what gives humans life, depth, meaning. Learn from my example. She's right, but... Please take 10 minutes to doodle and color in your notebooks. I'll be doing the same. Huh? Mai leaned over to me. She's definitely getting laid. Mai! No, she's right. Let her be. Oh no. Dot. I opened my notebook and instead of doodling, started scrawling out different potential combinations for Dumbledoom's revenge. There was only a week and some change until the tournament next Saturday. I spent so much time worrying about Satch that I hardly practiced at all. Now that I know who did it, it was time to catch up. I spent half that time wondering what to do about mine and half strategizing. Strategy, as always. Before I knew it, the bell rang. Miss Shizuka stood and closed her notebook, which was covered in red and pink hearts, stick figures, holding hands and hugging, and Miss Shizuka... something. Ta-ta, my lovelies! She skipped out of the room, happy as a bunny with a carrot. What's up, Doc? Well... it's good that she's happy? Yeah, where were you this morning and at lunch? Meeting up with Satch again? No, of course not. We gathered our things and left the room. As we walked, my chest tensed. I was hypothesizing about Shizuka's newest relationship, wondering whether things would end badly again, or whether she found a toad who finally treated her well. I glanced around as we walked, hoping to avoid...
Hana.
Hey, Hana. Oh, no. I jumped. Satch, somewhere behind us, waved a hand in the air and called out my name. I grabbed Mai's hand and walked faster, skipping out onto the campus. Hana, aren't you going to talk about Satch? No. So, something's wrong? I'd rather not talk about it here. I grew quiet and her wrist fell limp in my hand. I led her into a Primrose house and to our dorm. She watched me unlock the door, then stepped through as if on death row. I closed the door behind us and opened my mouth. I know. I know. I don't know why I did it, and I'm sorry. I couldn't help it, and after I knew Satch was in trouble, I couldn't make it myself give them back. I didn't want people to know I was the one who took them. I didn't want to think about what that was going to do to him and to us, so I just been sitting here and taking more. The more stress I got, the more I took in, and... I pulled her into a hug, rubbing my hand down her hair. I know what you mean. You didn't mean to do it. It's okay. Please don't feel you're a bad person. You're not. You're my Sasuke. You're my best friend. I know that you're a good person, and I'll stick by you no matter what. Mai wrapped her arms around me, sobbing into my shoulder. I thought you'd hate me. Hate you? How could I ever hate you? You're the most important person here to me. You always will be. No matter what.
Hana.
Yeah. But Mai, I know. I need to tell him. I need to give the books back. Will you go with me? I'm afraid to go alone. Of course I will. She sniffed and gave me a watery smile. Thanks, Hana. Want to clean up before we go? Definitely. Oh no. Or yes. It was about time it happened. I waited for Mai outside the girls' restroom, listening to her pump herself up and wash her face. I said Satch would take it well, and part of me believed that, but part of me was still apprehensive. Maybe it was a bit much to expect Satch to take this in stride. But he definitely wouldn't let this color his suspicions of us as the Boots Thieves. Definitely. I'm ready. It wasn't until we got outside of the library that Mai showed signs of wavering. She glanced at me and I nodded. There was nowhere left for her to escape. Either she dealt with the problem, he got mad at her, or I did. She grit her teeth and gingerly pushed open the library door. Dot. She stepped through and I followed. To our surprise, Satch wasn't standing at the front desk. Nobody was. Is he off duty? Let's walk around to make sure. Together we walked through the library, our fearful faces drawing eyes from the many students hovering over their homework. They chose the library instead of the clubroom because they believed the requirement of quiet would help them actually get their strategies down and in place. We reached the back corner of the library and passed a student asleep on a chair, drool dripping down his chin. Then we found them. The whole of Normal Boots gathered around a long table, talking quietly but furiously. But that's the same strategy you used last year. They'll be prepared for it. Exactly why it's good to use it again, but with a twist. I can't believe you didn't sign up for trivia this year. I get it, but that doesn't make it any easier on us. I'd like to branch out. It sounded like they were having a tournament strategy meeting. Without me. Mai glanced at me and I tried not to show it, but I was hurt. Of course they wouldn't want me around. Just because they were treating me like a friend again didn't mean they had to trust me as far as the tournament was concerned. Anyway, Satch is over there. We emerged from the shadows. Shia LaBeouf, skittish like kittens. As soon as Jared saw us approaching, he stopped talking. Could we speak with Satch, please? Privately? All eyes in the room land on Satch. Sure, continue without me, guys. He stood and we walked over to the other corner of the library. Satch crossed his arms, waiting.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I bowed deeply, hands at her sides, although a touching gesture I noticed it also hid her face from view. I'm the one who took the books from the library. I have kleptomania and I couldn't control it. When I found out how much you were suffering, I only felt worse. I thought Hana and I would be framed for the boots and I lost all nerve. I'm sorry. She lifted her head. To my surprise, Satch smiled. It's okay.
What?
What? That's it? Satch sighed and scratched the back of his neck. Yeah, well, turns out I was fired yesterday, so it doesn't affect me anymore. Satch? No, it's better this way. It wasn't good to work here. It's a terrible environment, so in a way it's a blessing. Is that all you had to say? I guess so. I looked as if she were in shock.
Be good.
Cool, I've got to get back to the meeting then. We followed Satch out from around the bookshelf, but then somebody blocked our way. I knew it. The color drained from Mai's face. I knew you couldn't be trusted. Pink-haired girls are all the same, so it comes as no surprise that redheads be similar.
Shane.
Shane! Without another word, he turned on his heel. Oh no. We rushed back to Norbo's table, but by the time we got there... Fault! He needs that money to go to school. She let him take the fall for it. Mai stood behind me, pressing her face into my shoulder. How could she do that to him? Can we really trust these girls? But I would never. Do you really think, after all this, they wouldn't have taken the boots? That's ridiculous. Why would he take the boots? What could we even do with them? They were made of gold. Here's your head. But that's not fair. I trailed off, looking around the room. No one seemed to want to make eye contact with me, not even Satch. I knew Mai wouldn't do such a thing. She even told me so, but she said the same thing about the books. I felt her trembling behind me and suddenly grew full of doubt. If she didn't want to talk about the books because she was afraid of what would happen, why would she ever tell me she took the boots? And if it wasn't her, who? She let Satch take the fall for the books. It seemed like in this case, I could go on with her or... No. You know, there's something I've learned over the years too. The same person that taught me that if I want things to change, I should change them, also taught me this. If I want peace, prepare for war. And I'm willing to take on the normal boots here. Mai's her best friend, and I firmly believe that she didn't take them. Anna believes it, and me, the player, believes it. So we're going to defend her. Look, I'm on my side, no matter what. If it means you all suspect me, then that's just what it means. We don't have time for this. I grabbed Mai's hand and pulled her with me, away from the table, away from Satch, and away from the Normal Boots Club. When we got out of the library, Mai pulled me into a hug. Anna, thank you. I hugged her back, fighting tears. This was fine. This was definitely fine. All over some silly books. But they were important books. Did you even read them?
Well...
I took them for a reason. There was something I was working on. Working on? What? She eyed me up and down. If I tell you, promise you won't abandon me? Is that still something you're asking at this point? Good point. Come on. I dug through her drawer in our room and pulled out a shiny silver key. With it, she opened the locker door on the bottom of her desk and pulled out a stack of papers. What is this? Locked the door, excuse me. This? Eyes shining, she piled the papers into my hands. It is my masterpiece. I read the title, Normal Love, an erotic friend fiction. Friendship, trauma, angst, comfort, fic, lemon. My eyes widened. I scanned the paper quickly, seeing giant yaoi hands and references to London in the 1800s. Shh. Just read it, Hannah. Tell me what you think. I never did finish reading Mai's friend fiction. The last thing I remembered, quite a ways through the story, was Shane and John starting to, no. Perhaps it was better left unsaid. ... Yes, it was definitely better left unsaid. I'm gonna end off here. That was funny. If you like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.